Now we're gonna talk about the rest of finally people born in 20th century, 1900 until 1921, with some people mention 1940s, like Viking Extra. Not people in the other century, but the very southern zone. Now, so right now we have a man called Omram. Mr. Omram was a Macedonian, naturalized Bulgarian, naturalized France, mystic, preacher, type of spiritual type of leader. He's a founder of Burmese meditation type of kind of spiritual type of movement. Kind of spiritual awakening, like in Gurzov. For example, yeah, it's kind of like that. And then we have Gadamer, hermeneutic German philosopher. Marcelino Tolentino. This man from 1900 still alive. He's a centenarian Peru type of man. Then we have pretty much Anísio Teixeira, who was actually pedagogist, Brazilian philosopher, Brazilian pedagogist and Brazilian philosopher, Anísio Teixeira. Then we have Mildred Davenport, African American Broadway performer, dance teacher. She was the first African American interpreter with the Boston Pops Orchestra. Yeah, but yeah, pretty much a African American Broadway performer and dance teacher. He's human right here. Then we have pretty much Jose Gauss, who's actually a Spanish naturalized Mexican philosopher. C.R.L. James, actually a person from Trinidad Tobago, type of Marxist historian and philosopher and political social theorist. Then you have pretty much Gwedwise, a Yard, a British female missionary to China, and pretty much she was also a caregiver to children in China. She have adopted children, great orphanage, and she was also a Christian missionary. She also introduced Catholicism in China for the first ones in 20th century, no joking. Pretty much in a British pretty much missionary in China. But if you guys want to know more, we can search up Evangelical Christian missionary to China. Pretty much. Yes, she's also former housemaid, yeah, but she was pretty much a British evangelical Christian missionary who was very important. She formed Chinese children in China. She was very helpful and she gave a lot of charities. So yeah, kind of philanthropy type of human. Then we have pretty much Fernand. Do not mistake for Fernand Pessoa. It is Fernand Pessa. Fernand Pessa, Portuguese, pretty much reporter, street interview like reporter, and journalist, but mostly West journalism and more street interview like reporter. He was also a man of BBC once in World War II and pretty much also working in radios stations before he came pretty much being a street interview reporter. Portuguese origins, sorry to mention that. Forgot to mention that. Karl Popper, we have actually a Jewish Austrian enthusiast British philosopher. Wusut Meftera, a very rich type of philanthropic Portuguese man. Banker, industrialist from it's called a factory of glass. He's also a very rich man, but very philanthropic. Which Meftera, and they have also dispute when after his secretary was actually murdered by a warrior, Duarte Lima. It was actually controversy back in Portugal. I was actually very young when 2009 became a controversy in Brazil. Yeah, but he was one of the most richest men in Portugal. He died in 2000, in 2000, sorry. He was one of the richest men in Portugal, along with Jean Paul Imon and other people. Then you have Hans Jonas, a German philosopher. George Orwell. George Orwell was a Spanish Civil War soldier, British man, BBC type of guy, a journalist, political social theorist. He's also a former policeman in Burma and his experience as a Burmese police officer, agreement about ideologies. Yeah, George Orwell. His name is Eric Blair. George Orwell is just a pseudonym. Theodore Adorno, pretty much. Social theorist and German philosopher, and kind of with a composer. He actually loved pretty much. He said he loved pretty much jazz and classical music than jazz. Wait, okay, not missing anymore. Okay, here. In 1904, then we have Walter Dimmer, the American inventor of Sicket bubblegum, and Rick Wyman, also a journalist, a political social theorist, like journalist, Canadian. She was actually Polish, naturalized Jewish, Polish, naturalized Canadian, naturalized white American journalist, political social theorist against Holodomor. When she came to Soviet Ukraine in 1930s, she described pretty much really the horrible conditions in there, the pessimism, the misery, the hunger, mostly to starvation, and she was not the first Western to denounce Stalin's crimes via journalism, where pretty much at first it was censored, pretty much disguised with lies, or simply pretty much burned. But she was actually of those who find real atrocities of Stalin regime in Holodomor in Soviet Ukraine, where she was a journalist, and yeah. Then we have pretty much controversial Ayn Rand, pretty much a capitalist, political theorist, and philosopher. I would talk many philosophers say she's not really a philosopher, but he was pretty much a political, socio economical type of theorist. Ayn Rand, Russian, Jewish, and American. Raymond Aron, a French philosopher. Jean-Paul Sartre, a French existentialist philosopher. Then we have Simo Hayua, a nationalist Finnish sniper against the invaded Soviet-like Russians. He said he killed a lot of pretty much the Soviets during the Winter War between Soviet Union and Finland, and yeah, and he became kind of great and pretty much respect after that for protecting his own country against the Soviets. And many people say he was a great sniper, and yeah, and he was pretty much the man. That was the reason that Winter War came in the victory of the Finnish. Even though the Finnish got some territory under the Soviets, the Soviets never conquered the capital because of him. That is what sources say, but yeah. Then we've pretty much Oscar Dominguez, 1906, a Spanish surrealist painter, Selma Beckett, an Irish playwright, Buddha Dasa, pretty much a Thai, that means a Thailand, a Thai type of Buddhist like monk, like philosopher, Humberto Delgado, Humberto Delgado, pretty much he was a former pilot and later general, then went opponent of Salazar Stanov, later hunted and killed by Tibet in Spain, Oivensa. He was also silenced and exiled, mostly his time was in Brazil, in Algeria. He also founded TAP Air, a pilot, TAP in Portugal. He was also a social agitator from a good cause. And many people say also in 1958 presidential elections made by Salazar regime but controlled by the same evil state. Delgado become a candidate of opposition without fear and say the truth about the elections being fraudulent and unfair and cut off that out, the truth about the evil regime. That's why he was better handed. But a suicide from a good cause, from a pilot general opponent of Salazar Stanov. Pretty much. Tastozan Natsagdos, a Mongolian poet like writer, political social theorist. John Wayne, his real name was Merriam, Robert Merriam Morrison, or Robert Morrison. I think it's Merriam Robinson. John Wayne is pretty much from Hollywood type of name. Pretty much a cowboy, pretty much an American playwright, like actor. Cowboy western, play westerns a lot of times. Miguel Torga, a great Portuguese writer of the 20th century and also former doctor. Simone de Beauvoir, a controversial human, or with Sartre, but she was pretty much a French essentialist feminist philosopher. José Limón, pretty much a choreographer, dancer, Mexican and American man. A keen American music positivist philosopher. Manuel Oliveira, screenwriter, director, like cinema type of Portuguese director, screenwriter, cinema type of man. When he was young, he used to Javi in cars, mostly his younger brother Casimiro. I think older Casimiro. I think older. Casimiro used to be Javi cars and also very energetic man. Used to pole jumping, vault, or pole jumping when he was younger, and Javi cars before screenwriter. They have Simon Weil, a former Spanish Civil War foot soldier, mystic terrorist, like Jewish French philosopher. She was pretty much Simone Weil was a Jewish French philosopher, mystic terrorist, and Spanish Civil War foot soldier. Then we have pretty much Juan Vicente Perez, a centenarian Venezuelan man who died in 2024, centenarian man from Venezuela, centenarian who died in 2024. Isaiah Berlin, and political social theorist, Latvian man, Mike Series, an historian. Then in 1910 is born. We have then stop.